Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Aliens Dark Descent. We're still in Pharos Spire. We're on the security level. The corporate dropship has just taken off and is about to make life very interesting. Now we could deal with the dropship because we have one of our own. Hunslet's been circling the area but at a safe distance because the Spire's anti-aircraft defences are active. So if we want to get any help from Hunslet, we're going to have to do something about the AA defences so she can take out the enemy dropship. Yes, I'm placing a mine. And then I'm putting a motion tracker next to it. I know. Turns out you can teach an old dog new tricks. Oh, there's something coming. Didn't have time to place the motion tracker. The mine by itself is going to have to do.
More signals
Oh,
incoming.
there's something interesting in this room. Well, I mean, it's not like I really need ammo, but there's lots of ammo in here as well. So, oh! Another sentry gun. Right, well, before I can pick it up, because basically everybody's already carrying one, and each Marine can only carry one, so I'm going to deploy a sentry covering that door. Just think of a deployed sentry as the mine that keeps on giving. Oh, hello, Mr. Alien. Opens the door, casually walks in, and the only person you can see is the one person who can't actually do anything to react because they're in the process of setting up a fucking sentry gun. Alien who did not trip the mine that I placed outside that door either. Followed immediately by another alien who also didn't trip the mine.
They're heading our way.
Jingles, mines are great. You really should make more use of them. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to back up behind this sentry gun. Let's get some fire down in here on the doorway. And just in time. Oh, that is a lot of shit. Look at all the contacts on the other side of the bulkhead that I'm going to have to blow. Also, there's a door right next to it. You know what? I'm going to take cover over here. Just in case anything comes through that door as well. I'm going to wait the hunt out here. There's a contact in the corridor. So then it disappeared. And I didn't hear a mine going off. Which probably means it was an alien that's decided to have itself a good lurk in one of the vents in the corridor outside. Okay.
Copy.
Gonna check out, because there's a door here that I don't have to waste a tool or any ammo on in order to get through. The hunt's over. Let's see what's in here.
Move on.
Pick up that spare sentry gun, of course, and I'm leaving the one deployed in the room covering the doorway. Oh, I can create a shelter in here.
Let's see what's inside.
There's lots of ammo as well. Ammo that I don't need. I need tools and medkits, especially tools. It's like there's every level's different. Some levels like this, they'll give you a shit ton of ammo that you're never ever going to use. And then you get other deployments where there's medkits everywhere, but there's never enough ammo.
Get down! It's gonna blow!
Oh, there's a contact approaching the door to the north. Come on, let's get that wall blown up. Fuck.
We just have to go through the barracks.
Great. Awesome. Hunted again. I've got a deployed sentry covering the door to the north, but there's more coming from the other end of this corridor. Let's get some suppressive fire down. I mean, it's a nice long corridor, and these plasma rifles take absolutely no prisoners. Okay. Let's start moving.
Come on, team.
Oh, there's a barricade up ahead.
They're heading
I
our
see the
way.
door.
All right, Marines, lock and load. These mercs you're fighting, they're ready for a big, bloody last stand.
So the sealed door, which is the one I need to get through, is on the other side of this barricade.
Hurry up,
Oh,
squad.
mercs. Get into cover.
Changing mag.
So, barricade, good. It allows me to take cover from any incoming fire, but I can't get over the barricade into that room. Oh, that's a lot of contacts. I think there's something... Yep. Thankfully, it was just a merc. But I don't have any cover on this side of the barricade.
I don't hear them anymore. We're clear.
Okay, hunt interrupted. I managed to get away with it without triggering a massive onslaught. Okay. I need to rush in here, because there's a bunch of mercs in here that I need to deal with. And there's no cover. So I'm just... Oh, fuck my life. An alien. Right. Instantly hunted again. And I'm pretty sure I'm about to trigger a massive... There it is. Shit. How am I going to handle this?
Xeno in approach.
Right, okay. Fuck. Let's get some sentries down. Actually, do I really want to handle it here? I don't have an awful lot of time. The existing aliens on this level
Deploying sentry gun.
are rushing my position. Maybe I could weld that door. No. No, I don't have enough tools. Let's just get as many sentries placed as possible. One cover that door as well. I mean, I've got plenty of command points. Sentries are all packed so tightly together here, though.
Sentry almost ready.
I'm not planning on fighting them off in this room. Where are they coming from? Okay, it's
Safe
up there.
position taken.
These balconies, by the way, these are all hive exit points, because the aliens are basically climbing up the side of the tower and swarming in over the balconies.
On it.
We've got a couple of seconds before the onslaught arrives.
Bending mine. Watch
Here
your
it
feet.
comes. Get a mine down.
Mine's activated.
Get another one. I mean, there's a bunch of contacts over there to the right, but they can't get over that barricade.
They're heading our way.
I'm going to use that to my
Safe
advantage.
position taken.
I'm not going to fight them all in this room.
Come on, team.
I'm going to set up here.
They're heading our way.
See, I've got that one sentry covering the door to the north, which is where they're all swarming through. That sentry's going to get overrun.
Let there be light.
But I can set up suppressive fire and a wall of flame here. They've taken that sentry out. Here they come. All those sentries in the room to the south, that's just to cover my ass.
Suppressive fire.
They can't get over the barricade to my rear. They have to come down this corridor.
Down.
Let's rock.
Oh shit, that's a lot of... And there's contacts to the south as well, so all of those sentries in the room that I just left, yeah, they're going to be kept busy as well. But the placement of the sentries there means I only have to worry about the ones coming around the long way. Right, onslaught over.
On it.
Stress isn't that bad.
I hate
There's a
this
whole
job.
bunch of Xeno samples I can collect.
Here's
Do I
your
want
sample.
to blow a
They're heading our
tool
way.
on repairing that sentry, the one that got overrun? I mean, it's more effective than a mine,
Move on.
so maybe that wouldn't be a terrible idea, because that balcony up there at the top left, that's a
Looks like
hive
they
exit.
found us.
Oh, fuck. That's perfect timing, isn't it? And of course the Marines with the shotguns are not the ones lifting the Xeno samples.
Good job,
You know what?
guys.
I am going to repair this sentry gun. It's still got a decent amount of ammo, and a deployed sentry is way more effective than a mine. And there is a hive exit right there, so that will cover my ass. It's leaving me perilously low on tools, though.
Wait.
And the
I
hunt
think
is
we lost
over.
them.
We are now, of course, on hard hive aggression.
Shit, it's coming to us.
Holy shit, that's a lot of motion tracker contacts.
Safe position taken.
And they're all over there, which is where I need to be. I think they're probably all commandos, though.
On
Which it turns out is not good news, because as I move up to pick up this sentry gun, it opens the door behind me, giving them line of sight to the sentries, and they instantly open fire and start disabling sentry guns. Sentry guns that are facing the other way
Packing sentry
and
gun.
can't fire back. Shit.
I have multiple
I've now got
Safe
2
position
sentries disabled.
Get up, sweetie.
Awesome. I can't even pick them up without repairing them first, which costs tools. Shit.
Sentry gun fixed.
Well, I'm now out of tools, so I'm down a sentry gun. That sentry up there is disabled. I mean, I could go back up to the other room and pick up the one that I left covering the door leading to the hive exit on the balcony. Ooh, a med kit. Which I can't pick up because my med pouches are full. Okay, I'm going to start handing out the happy pills. Another thing that I've noticed on this level, there's not a lot of rooms you can use to make a shelter. And I couldn't make a shelter anyway because I'm now out of tools. So I'm going to start handing out the happy pills. Because the one thing that I'm not short of, for now, is med kits. Oh, shit. I was trying to get out of there before getting spotted by these guys. There's no cover there, so I really don't want to fight them. Let's wait and see where they go. I'd like to pick that med kit up.
More signals incoming.
Fuck. Right, Smudge, do your thing.
Got you in my sights. Can't go down.
So I've got no cover, but neither do they. What's not good is that I'm also getting jumped by aliens from the other side. And Maori took a whole bunch of pulse rifle shells in the face and is about to die. I'd really like to stop and pick up that med kit, but there's something coming around right the other side. Fuck that. I need to get Maori patched up.
Stay still. Gonna patch you up.
If you have a look at the motion tracker, there's a bunch of contacts coming up from the north, which means they've probably already overrun the sentry deal. Oh shit. Oh fuck no. No, this is really bad. This is not good. Right, I'm having that med kit now. Don't forget, all of these balconies are hive exits.
Come on, team.
Grab that med kit. Oh, kill that thing. Shit. You know what, just run. Just draw it into everybody else's gunfire. Right.
Good job, guys.
Holy shit. This level is absolutely evil. I mean, the USCSS Montero was bad. Honestly, I think this level, particularly once you get to the security level of the Pharos Spire, is even worse. It lavishes ammunition on you like nobody's business, but I've got no tools and I'm down to 2 medkits, and basically everybody's injured except for Sharpie again.
Good job.
So let's start handing out these medkits.
What is new?
Let's get Smudge back up. The Spider's only got 3 hit points left. Skirts actually has 5 hit points, but she has a higher number of base hit points. There's another barricade here, which I can't get over. And that's how it just funnels you into these kill zones.
Don't move. Gonna fix you up best I can.
Going to use my last medkit on Spider. I mean, 3 hit points is... You run into a squad of these commandos, Spider could basically go down instantly. You saw how quickly they smashed Maori. And there was only 2 commandos, but because there was no cover available, and we got jumped by an alien from the other side, he got splattered and burst acid over everybody. But yeah, having a lot of hit points is no guarantee of safety. Something just came out of that hive exit to the south, and look at all of those contacts in that. I mean, they're on the other side of the barricade, up there, right outside the door of the room that I need to go into. The only good news here is that everything that seems to be spawning out of that balcony, which is effectively a hive exit, seems to be heading north and engaging those commandos. And I'm perfectly happy with that.
My men.
Oh,
I wish they were. Those
bollocks.
are Pryce's men. Sooner or later, she would have sent those
Plasma beam.
bastards out to die. Just to defend the
But not before Skirts took a hit.
They wouldn't have flinched. That's your cue, folks.
Right. Skirts is now down to 4 hit points. But the plasma beam took out both of those commandos very quickly. What was Maeko and Stern going on about? There's something around this corner. Oh shit! There's no way I'm taking that out in time. Even with a precision shot.
Got you in
I'm
my
gonna get...
sights.
Yeah, there's another one.
We knocked them hard.
And I'm right next to a hive exit.
Focus
Kill
fire
that
on
commando.
target. Let's rock.
This isn't a bad spot actually. I mean, I know where the hive exit is,
Deploying sentry gun.
although they also seem to be coming out of the stairwells. So I'm down to 4 sentries, but with a 90-degree fire arc I can probably cover both the hive exit and the
Sentry
stairwell.
almost ready.
And I know nothing can sneak up on me from behind here.
Sentry
Oh,
activated.
by the sound of it, there's a firefight going on over there. Yeah, you can kind of see the bullet impacts. Okay, so the aliens that were responding to the hunt are running into a bunch of commandos along the way and they're all killing each other. I am fine with this. Doesn't sound like the commandos are winning either. I'm not so
Take
fine
position,
with
take
that.
it.
But just in case the commandos do win, I'm getting into cover. Right, everything's gone quiet, and the last thing I heard was a commando screaming as he got eviscerated, which probably means that those motion tracker contacts over to the west are not commandos.
Wait, I
So
think
getting
we
into
lost
cover
them.
isn't going to help me. Right, hunt over. Let's recover these
On
sentry
it.
guns.
Packing sentry gun.
Since they're the only ones I have left. Bearing in mind there is a hive exit right down that corridor to the south, and
They're heading our way.
the longer you screw around on this level, I mean, you have to keep moving. Is this a room that I can use as a shelter? It is a room that I can use as a shelter. Please let there be a toolkit in here. So there are very few. This is now, I think, only the second room on this entire level that I've found that can be used as a shelter. Which, oh, there's a tool there. Oh, right, okay. I was about to complain that there are no fucking tools in
More
Pharos
signals
Spire.
incoming.
And there are very few tools on Pharos Spire. It's another way the game puts pressure on you. Oh, let's not wander out into that corridor just now. Whatever it was just ran off. Oh, I think I know what happened. That
signals
was an
incoming.
alien. You notice how it ran off the second you heard a commando shouting.
Let's
Oh,
get
speaking of
that
which,
door cracked.
come on, don't fuck around, get into cover. You're in a gunfight.
Rock.
I think what just happened there was that the commandos can also trigger hunts. Because the second that commando started shouting, the alien that was about to come into this corridor just suddenly bolted, made a beeline and headed all the way around.
Don't mess with me.
Which is
Now
good,
that's what I'm talking
but it's
about.
also bad because the commandos that I'm engaging there were fighting aliens, and the aliens saw me too. So we're being hunted again anyway.
Cut that door open.
Open up, Sesame.
Now, the good news,
Activated.
if there can be said to be any good news, is that there is only one way that these things can come at me.
Come on, team.
They can't get through the barricade.
That console should give you access to open the terrace doors.
And I can make a shelter in this room as well. And I've got the sentries deployed there to keep my ass covered while I conclude my prison sentry.
Doors are opening. Any sign of a way to shut off the turrets?
Negative.
Stern?
I guess I was wrong. They must be isolated. We have to hack them manually. But we couldn't do that with the doors closed, could we?
Yeah, all I'm hearing, Stern, are oh my, where,
Just as well as a bullet.
They got our scent. Look alive.
fuck this shit.
It's a frickin' lawnmower.
Back up and get some distance so I can actually shoot these things.
You like that, huh?
There's another one.
Shit, the thing's sauce.
Right, okay, the hunt's about to expire. There's one other motion tracker contact, but it's on the other side of it. Wow, those sentries did get overrun.
Stress kills you just as well as a bullet.
Oh, here comes another one. Get ready.
The thing's sauce.
Right, okay. This is actually, you know, just for a change, really, really bad. I've got one toolkit, which I probably need to make a shelter. And I certainly can't use on getting either of those two sentry guns back up, which means I am down to 2 surviving sentry guns. I mean, I've got plenty more on the Otago, but they don't do me any good on the Otago. Wait, somebody saw an 8. There it is. Smudge. Don't fucking let me down, Smudge.
Got you in my
And we're hunted again.
Shit, and over here.
Fuck.
Affirmative.
Okay, well, we're at the objective. I can't remember what the objective... Oh, yeah, anti-aircraft guns. Or missiles. So Hunslet can get in and neutralise that dropship.
Can we breach that door?
You really want them to place a C4 while the dropship's still buzzing around.
Right. Let's take care of the turrets first. Hunslet, wait for our signal. We're shutting those things off the hard drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to what must be the most evil part of this game yet.
contact.
So, your objective, in the middle of an infinite onslaught, by the way, is to shut down 2 surface-to-air missile batteries so that Hunslet can get in and deal with the enemy dropship that's hosing you down with rotary cannon fire the whole time you're doing this. And did I mention there's an infinite onslaught with constant, inexhaustible waves of aliens swarming up the sides of the building and, you know, doing what aliens do. So, allow me to share with you the benefit of my horrific experience here. After an exhaustive process of trial and error, and I do mean exhaustive, I must have failed
Don't mess
8
with
to
me.
10 times here before eventually figuring out the best way to get this done. And I'm going to show you the best way to get this done. It isn't easy.
On it.
You're still probably going to fail a few times before you get it right. But it is by far the easiest way. You might have a different tactic that works for you, but this is what works for me.
First turret disabled.
Door unlocked, head out to the roof, listen to the cutscene.
Can we breach that door?
You really want them to place a C4 while the dropship's still buzzing around.
Right. Let's take care of the turrets first. Hansen, wait for our signal.
Couple of things that you may notice. I suddenly have 4 sentry guns, no tools, and everybody is on 0 stress. I did backtrack a bit, I had a rest, and I recovered some of those sentries. The more sentries you have here, the better. 2, I'm not going to cut it. So we have 1 sentry covering each side of the balcony, and you place them as close to that bulkhead door as possible, so they're out of line of sight and line of fire of the dropship. I'm going to pop the retribution skill here as well, since it's at full, and I may as well use it. It's going to heal everybody, it's going to increase their bravery, and it's going to cause command points to regenerate faster. So the sentries are going to cover my ass against the aliens, but they're not going to help against the dropship. In fact, I've specifically placed them in positions where the dropship isn't going to be able to see, shoot at, and disable them. So, aliens,
Let there be
kind of
light.
dealt with. Next problem's the dropship. The dropship is a big problem because if it catches your marines in the open, it will shred them. But it can't cover both sides at the same time, so you send 1 marine, not the entire squad, just 1 marine to the side that is currently not being engaged by the dropship. And the dropship has just popped up on the opposite side, so the unfortunate marine that got sent out to the other side is now going to run back, while the rest of the marines are going to stay here and they're just going to cover themselves. The sentries are going to deal with any aliens that swarm at the sides.
All right. Let's see what's in
See, the problem, and of course the dropship moves, so it's not just going to stay on one side, it will move. You cannot 100% mitigate against the dropship. If you find the marines in cover or getting shot at, just move them.
First
See, the
turret
problem here,
disabled.
and what makes this whole thing so tricky, is that if you run the marines from cover to cover in order to mitigate against getting carved up by the dropship, they can't defend themselves against the aliens. And if you walk the marines so that they can shoot at and engage any aliens, they get carved up by the dropship. So the trick is to minimize the number of exposed marines at any one time. Just send 1 marine out when the dropship's on the other side. Remember, if you click on a thing to interact with it, whether that's a sound battery, a toolkit, a med kit, whatever, only 1 marine will go, the rest of the marines will hold their positions. So you can run 1 marine out to deal with a thing covered by the sentries while the rest of the marines protect themselves.
Second turret's down. Time to join the party, Hunslet. Hello there, good looking. Might I have this dance?
I knew I liked Hunslet for a reason. Good girl. Still being hunted, of course, but no infinite onslaught.
Yeah! Don't mess with me! Copy.
Lost a couple of sentries.
I hate
Yeah, the
this
sentry
job.
placement could have been better. I think it was actually the dropship that took out those
Cocking
2
sentry gun.
disabled sentries in the corridor. So
Got
maybe
him.
place them a little
Look
bit
attack
further
to me.
south, but hey,
Sentry
it
packed.
worked. And even though there is still a hunt going on, I mean, it can't get worse. We're still on hard aggression, but there's no longer an infinite onslaught, so they're not swarming up the sides.
Final stretch. Let's get this done.
Finally, we get to conduct that interview with Director Pryce. I mean, we're a little late, but hopefully
Affirmative.
her diary's clear for the day. If not, well, she's just going to have to cancel some appointments.
Pryce's office is at the end of the hallway. Stay frosty.
The game hasn't quite finished
see
throwing you
what's
any
inside.
curveballs though. You can see the objective is up there to the north, and there's a couple of motion tracker contacts, and those are Wayland Yutani security commandos. Gonna check this whole lobby area out first though. Nothing immediately obvious here for me to pick up. Gonna have to deal with those guards. Here's the problem. They're in cover. You're not. Which means you're going to take a lot of gunfire.
You like that, huh?
These guys can actually seriously hurt you. Because they're in cover, and you're not. But cover doesn't mitigate against headshots. So I had Smudge at the doorway sniping them, and the rest of the squad moved around into concealment. Although Smudge could only take 2. So we're just going to have to flank them. And flanking is fine, and it also works. I've got no cover myself, but now neither do they.
So, here's the thing. With the Spire on lockdown, we can't access Pryce's office without a biometric scan from the senior executive. You ready for your final act, Hayes?
I guess so. Hunslet, I've got a shuttle run for you. You might want to rethink that, ma'am. Those critters are everywhere out here.
Copy that. Hey, squad. Secure the landing pad so Administrator Hayes can join you up there.
Right. Yeah, so we can't get into Pryce's office without a biometric scan from a senior executive, and Deputy Administrator Hayes is a senior executive, but we need to get her in. Thankfully, Hunslet is now available to taxi her to the landing pad
Hurry up, you slugs!
after dealing with the enemy dropship and the missile batteries. But we still have to secure the landing pad. Okay, so they're basically going to be swarming up the sides of this pad from all directions. Again, 2 sentry guns ain't going to cut it. I mean, you could probably make it work. You got plenty of command points after all. But I have 4 sentries, so I'm using 4 sentries. I want to get them placed to cover all 4 quadrants. And, I mean, they have a 90-degree fire arc, so it's not that difficult to do.
On it.
The aliens aren't going to start covering until you signal Hunslet for the drop-off. So take your time and make sure you've got your defences set up. That should do. I'm taking no chances here. Did this whole thing in 1 deployment, by the way. Right, Hunslet. Drop her off. Motion tracker's clear for the moment. Probably not going to stay clear for long.
It's a drone.
Come on, those players are going to... Here they come.
Don't mess with me.
Right. There's a nice clear fire corridor there. I can lay down suppressive fire.
Approach.
But they're not all going to come from the same direction. I mean, this is a 360-degree all-round defense. You know, in any other level in this game thus far, this would probably be quite stressful. But after what you've had to put up with in order to get to this point, this is easy. I actually found myself wishing they'd hurry up so I could get it over and done with. Come on, more aliens. Bring it, bitches. Did this whole thing in a single deployment. Do you remember the very first mission in, what was it, Dead Hills? 3 deployments. Easiest mission in the game. Although at the time your Marines were all rookies, and now, I think with the exception of Maori, who's rank 9, this entire squad are rank 10, and coming back from this mission, Maori will also be rank 10. I mean, they're armed to the teeth. They've got plasma rifles, smart guns, RPGs, knives, nukes, sharp sticks, sonic electronic ball breakers. I mean, they are a squad of ultimate badasses. Internet brownie point for anybody who gets that reference. Don't worry, Maeko. Me and my squad of ultimate badasses will protect you. And pick these sentry... Ah, too late. I've lost all of these sentries, by the way, because Hunslet's landed the dropship right on top of them. It's a small price to pay. Plenty more where they came from back on the Otago. Right, Maeko, it's time for your interview. I hope you've got your resume in order, because this is probably going to be an exit interview. I don't think you're going to have a job at the end of the day. Let's grab those Xeno samples. And you cannot recover the sentries. Thanks, Hunslet. But, I mean, like I said, losing 5 sentries hurts, but I've got plenty more on board the Otago. This is fine. Xeno samples are really the only resource that I need in order to gear up all of my Marines with all that Gucci science shit prior to each deployment.
We're clear.
So we've grabbed all the Xeno samples, and now, Maeko, it's time for your exit interview.
Squad.
Maeko, thank God it's you. Together we can fix this.
Together? After all these deaths?
If memory serves me right, you largely contributed to these casualties, Maeko. You activated the Cerberus protocol, correct?
I did. I had to.
Right! You did it because you understand. You understand the companies and the general interest are one and the same. Marlowe was right. Well, before he went crazy, that is. The things he found in that mine. What they could mean for pharmaceutics, space travel, security. The applications are virtually limitless.
I wouldn't want any of that.
Then think about the revenues these creatures represent. Imagine. Space stations 100 times bigger and safer than Pioneer.
So in the end, that's what this is about? Money? Numbers? How could you be such a machine?
Really? Oh, not you, Maeko. Spare me the whistleblower lecture, will you? Who do you think I am?
A synth?
Excuse me? A synth. I've pretty much built this world. You really think a synth would have handled half of what I've done on Lethe?
It all makes sense now.
What? Maeko, listen.
Your assessments, your ploys, 2 of your teams left for dead, your extensive knowledge of the station, of the atmospheric processors.
I'm the damn director of that rock. Don't you get it?
And yet, you couldn't stop that protocol.
Would you listen to me? Everything out there, it's mine. I could have saved these people.
But you didn't! So much power, and you did nothing with it, except protecting the assets of this fucking company. We could have talked. Harper. He would have welcomed you on board, but you didn't think of that, did you? You didn't think of your own life. Not a single time, right? Do you think a human would do that?
Maeko, these assets? Marlowe's research? I don't have it anymore. It's all uploaded somewhere on the Otago. Burn it! Print it! Sell it to Seegson or the UPP for all I care. But take me with you, please.
Cassandra, where is she? Is she even alive? Do you have that stored somewhere in that carbon processor of yours?
Stop it! I am not a synth. Look, she's probably with all their prisoners. In their city, below Old Dubai.
A city?
Marlowe's lair. Ancient and alien. God, he was so obsessed with that place. And then he became obsessed with her. He wouldn't keep Cassandra anywhere else. Now please, take me with you!
No.
Maeko! Look at me! I'm not a synth!
I doubt you're human either.
Maeko? Listen to me! I'm not a fucking synth! I am not a synth! I'm not a synth! I'm not a synth. I'm not a synth.
Consider that my resignation. So, Director Pryce is fucked, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer person. And for the record, I don't think Maeko actually believes that she was a synthetic. It's just the She was just, you know, drawing comparisons. Oh, look at that. 97% complete. It looks like I missed a couple of data pads. Don't have a single fuck to give. I'm just happy that it's done. The squad are completely fucked, of course. But I get to promote Maru. I now have a full squad of rank 10 Marines. He now gets to unleash hell. The higher his stress, the higher his firing rate. When I unlocked that on Spider, because she was my first rank 10 gunner, I thought that seems pretty shit. It means like the higher her stress, the more ammo she's going to waste. But, well, no, because it still takes the same number of bullets to kill an alien. You're just killing them faster, so you're not actually going through ammo quicker. You're not burning reloads more often, you're just killing aliens faster, so it's actually a really nice skill. So we now have a complete squad of ultimate badasses. I just really need a medic. They are all kind of fucked up though. Probably going to require more than an afternoon in the infirmary to recover from that one. But I really did put them through the grinder. The entire thing, probably 3 to 4 hours of gameplay on one single deployment. Which I'm quite proud of. I mean, I didn't do it perfectly. When do I ever do anything perfectly? But I did it.
Perimeter alert. I repeat, perimeter alert. Atago, I don't know if you're seeing this, but you've got company coming. End of the world type company.
Holy fuck! Hayes, what are we doing?
Get everyone in position. Now!
Okay, man, I'm on it.
Oh, some good news. Well, there's a switch. Okay. That queen that we killed, what feels like days ago now, dropped the Xenozip project, increases all the Marines' health points by 1. So that's nice.
All right. Let's see what these organisms are made of.
Defenses are set, Hayes. We're holding for now. No. Damn, he's not doing any better, is he? No.
His vital signs are falling fast and hard.
If we get him away from these creatures, he might recover.
Maybe.
Cassandra.
We'll get her back, Jonas. I promise.
Meanwhile, also in the infirmary, when I said the squad were fucked up, Skirts is going to need 10 days of treatment.
We'll take care of this one.
I have 6 medics, so I think I'm probably going to be skipping a couple of deployments while I get these guys back on their feet. The good news, if there can be said to be anything good about this situation, is that it's telling me I have to prepare for the final assault in the command deck. So the final mission, we're there. And I still have 19 days to go before this whole place gets nuked from orbit. So I have the time to ensure that the squad are back on their feet and fully prepped for the final mission. Because what's coming next is the final mission. Although, like the Pharos Spire mission, we're definitely not getting through it in just the one video. Whether or not we get through it in just the one deployment, like we did with Pharos Spire, is open to speculation as well. But we'll see how it goes. And we will see how it goes, just not today. All of that coming up in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And as always, stay frosty, Marines.